subscribe and like to the channel. The Jebabi is very good, eh? Yes, what are you saying? Base Boxing Basement, the Triple B right here, bringing you reality about boxing. Remember, especially to hit like, right? Because it protects the channels, because, you know, everyone hates, well, not everyone, huh? But the authorities hate reality tellers, yeah? They're around like a cackle of hyenas of hatred, desperate for the Triple B to fail. So hit the like, keep them at bay. Anyway, so now we got this, I mean, it comes out all the time, right? So there's mutterings in the press, yeah? There's talk in the press that Tyson Fury is looking to retire. Yeah? Tyson Fury is looking to retire again. It's reported that in multiple media organizations that he's considering retirement. Now, first of all, what does I mean, considering retirement? Oh, I might retire. He does this after every fight anyway. You remember after even the Vladimir fight, he's like, I've achieved everything. I don't really think I want to carry on anymore. After every big fight, he gets on a sort of downer, don't he? Yeah? And he says, you know what, I'm going to retire. So it's, come on, man. We can't take it too seriously. I mean, I almost think, what's the point of reporting it? How many times has he retired? Like 80, allegedly? Huh? And it's funny, people are coming up. So Riddick, Big Daddy Bo, thinks that Tyson Fury should retire. I mean, Riddick, I don't know. I mean, I doubt Riddick can find his way to the kitchen these days. He's so punchy, but, I don't know why he thinks Tyson Fury should retire. What makes him an expert? To be honest, he retired. I'd say he retired. Well, you would say he retired at the right time. I only had one loss, right? But the fact he ended up so punch drunk means he didn't retire at the right time. So it's a weird one. He's a weird one, Bo. But yeah, I mean, I think he's just saying that people are sick of Tyson. He should fight properly, a proper ranked heavyweight, right? Train properly or retire. And I kind of get that. And certainly he should be stripped of the WBC title. George Groves also thinks, that Tyson should just, turn it in, man. Turn it in. You know what I mean? Unless, and I agree, unless he's going to fight properly against proper heavyweights, Usyk, Zhang, Gage, he should be stripped of the title, and he should consider retirement. I don't think he should. There's a lot of money to be made out there. I mean, there's also talk, by the way, of Fury at risk of a massive £200 million lawsuit if he doesn't fight. The Saudis allegedly can sue him for as much as 200 million if he doesn't fight Usyk next. Whether that's possible legally, and it may be, I mean, come on, man. I mean, do you think the Saudis, or whoever the promotional company is, what's their name again, I can't remember, but do you think they would sue Tyson for £200 million? I mean, firstly, £200 million to them is probably nothing. Secondly, the idea of cross-territory, legal action against a boxer makes him look terrible. It's difficult. It's tricky. It may not work, in their favour. Why would they want to do it? It'd be terrible PR for them to go after Tyson Fury. No one would want to fight there anymore or line up a fight. Just with Saudi, they think, well, they think these guys are dirty. They're ready to sue us. There is no way on earth that they would sue. So we can ignore that pathetic story. Yeah. Eddie Hearns piped up. He loves piping up, don't he, Eddie? Because his stable are not doing well, and his company, DAZN, are not doing well. Where's Frankie Fish Eyes? Is signing the top heavyweights, or British heavyweights, I should say. And he's been part of these big events. Don't get me wrong. Warren's sweating a bit after the Ngannou fight, but he knows if he can talk Tyson Fury into another fight or two, then he's got big cash. Big cash. And Eddie Hearns, we know that Tyson's fragile in general, but now we know he's fragile in the ring. I wouldn't be surprised if he retired, honestly. I heard Spencer Oliver say, I've heard rumblings on it. I wouldn't be surprised. He was saying that Ngannou definitely won the fight on point. Now, Hearn should know more about boxing. I mean, obviously he's biased, but, he should at least be able to say, you know what? It was close. I think he could have lost it. Or it could have been a draw. I mean, he just wants to pee all over Fury because he isn't with with Hearn, and pure over Warren. But it's just so pathetic. And he's obviously going to lay into. It's not going to make any difference what Eddie Hearn says. Everyone knows that Eddie Hearn, right, is a rival promoter and doesn't have Fury. So of course he's going to slate him. Who cares, man? Who cares? No. And he's now saying that Gay Jay would beat a shot Fury. Well, obviously, I understand why he's doing this. He's trying to hope to talk up a Joshua because he knows Joshua's gun shy. He's shot. He's got no chin. Joshua's kind of coming to the end, his golden goose, and he's made good money out of him. But, he's going to have to cash him out. And now he's thinking, well, you know what, mate, Tyson Fury isn't maybe a cash-out fight, because if Fury comes in that condition, Gay Jay would actually amazingly have a chance. He really would. Because, I don't think, what's his name, Fury would ever come in the ring again, in that bad shape. I mean, look at his body, it was disgusting. Look at this picture right here, right? Look at his body. I mean, does that look like any kind of world-class athlete? Of course not. Look at that lard around his waist, and it's mottled. You can see I don't know, it looks mottled like an old woman's, like a 6-year-old woman's thighs and buttocks. That kind of horror. It's mottled. And then he's got them skinny legs. He's always had skinny legs, that's fine. But his arms, his shoulders, they have no definition. They were weak, the shoulders. You know what I mean? When someone's in shape, and he saw it against Povetkin when he took the rematch against Dillian White, his shoulders had lost their definition, their size, his biceps as well. Same thing with Tyson here. He had no muscle on his shoulder. It was just a weak, untrained shoulder. So I can't believe that Tyson would ever get in that bad shape again. Certainly not against someone like Gay Jay. He would never want to risk getting beaten by Gay Jay. But, it depends whether he wants it or not. Obviously, he has to actually want it. At the moment, he's allegedly contemplating retirement, which is not really a surprise. As I said, he does it all the time. He does it every fight. After every big fight, he wants to retire, doesn't he? As far back as Vladimir. I've achieved everything I want to. I don't see what the point is. He always has these drops. He's allegedly bipolar, which to me just means he does too much yayo. Yayo will render you bipolar. I remember when I was on the yayo, my moods would change rapidly, and I had a couple of girlfriends saying, "Yo, Triple B, man, you sure you're not bipolar?" I was tested for it. I wasn't. I don't believe in that nonsense now anyway. I've lost belief in the industry of pharmaceuticals, psychologists, psychiatrists, psychotherapists, the biggest scams on the earth. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, he's definitely a mood changer. Put him that way. And I don't... will he retire? What is he, 35? 35? I mean, I think he loves the attention, but he also doesn't like it. You've got a love-hate relationship, don't you, with the public. It's not that he wants to be on his own. He probably wants to be back in the day, in his caravan, eating a nice stew that Paris made, away from all these Versace clothes and partying. Sometimes he wants to be like that. You see some old pictures of him sitting in his caravan with his Bible, and he's dressed like a country gent. I know he wants to go back there sometimes. Definitely. Sometimes he wants to be away from the public, but sometimes he loves it. Right? And he's sold out anyway, so he has to do what he's told. He has to wear the flashy Versace clothes. He has to talk about Corys. He has to do Netflix documentaries. All this nonsense. But, will he... When he retire? No, I very much doubt it. Too much money. He'll get bored. He'll get it back. Even if he took some time off and decides not to take the Usyk fight, which would be tragic. If that's the case, strip him. I'm sorry. You've got to get rid of that. Get the WBC title. You need it back in the mix, man. And the WBC don't just want to sit there. They made money out of this. I don't know how, but they would have made some money out of it because they sanctioned it for their stupid Riyadh season belt, right? But they don't want the heavyweight title. They should be making, I don't know, hundreds of thousands. I don't know what the WBC take, or maybe millions. I don't know how much they take their sanctioning fee. Let's have a look actually. Yeah, they're actually quite complex. The WBC, yeah. Right. I'll read quickly. The first sanctioning fees for the title comes from the promoter. The promoter has paid annual registration fee, which is $7,000. Not very much. This is dollars. For every fight, they have to pay between $5,000 and $25,000, depending on the title and weight category. I mean, these are a bit vague here. I don't know, they're talking world titles or international titles, whatever. But the main thing is this, right? The boxers have to pay 3% of their fight earnings, including pay-per-view, broadcast, any type of earning related to that fight, right? And that's not just the earnings by the fighter, apparently, but by anyone who receives money on his behalf, anyone he pays. So the trainer fees and stuff like that, 3%. I mean, that's just getting outrageous, isn't it? Furthermore, for gross earning up to 100 grand, a minimum of 3 grand is you pay by the champion and a grand by the challenger. I mean, you know, they should be getting a few bits out of the pie. But the main one is the 3% of all the earnings. I mean, that's sweet. So you know, what does so you know if Tyson Fury is earning 50 mil, right? If Tyson Fury is earning, well, that's 1.5 mil. Thanks, Tyson. And that's just the basic 3%. There's a load of other stuff to be collected in. You know, that's a lot of money for those charlatans for giving them some plastic Riyadh belt. Right, so you know the WBC, and that goes mostly probably in Sulaiman's pocket. You know, so you don't want to miss out on that. So he's not going to sit there, you know, waiting for Tyson to do nothing. So they will strip him and say they should appoint Wilder vs Gage. I mean, Wilder with Gage in purses, that would be about 50 million for those two, surely. That's another 1.5 mil bank. So yeah. I can't believe the WBC will just let Tyson hang around if he doesn't want to fight. And they'll strip him from the belt. Then he'll retire again. He'll probably get bored, and in a year he'll come back again. I don't know. Or he'll just, you know, he changes his mind every day, man. Tyson Fury. It depends how much yayo he's done the night before. Seriously. Forget this bipolarity. He wasn't bipolar before. He was normal until he started to get into the yayo. You know what I'm saying? You look at the early interviews of Tyson. You know, and the way he acted generally. He's pretty laid back. Yeah, he's a pretty laid back guy. You know, pretty, I don't even say sensible. You know, he speaks with sense about stuff, especially the red pill and the bankers. But, he doesn't, he's not erratic. You know, he didn't used to pull out in fights. It's only when he started getting later on in his career, he started to pull out in fights and change his mind. Yeah, round about when he got into the yayo, likely. Anyway. I mean, we can't take much from this. He should retire. So, but it's worthwhile considering. As I said, if he doesn't fight Usyk, announce it soon. He has to be stripped and put a Gage Wilder in. You know, that's a good fight. As a big fan of boxing, I'd be up for that fight, man. That's an exciting fight. You know, there's not that many big fights they made at heavyweight. So let's make them. Anyway, let's see what happens, man. No doubt he would have changed his mind by tomorrow or after another binge on the yayo.